Sister Bay going behind us. It is 11:41 on June 5th, 2018. Headed for Nicolet Bay, where we're going to anchor tonight. Instead of doing parts of the marina. I got busy leaving the marina. I forgot to film anything. Not that it matters. It's all for posterity anyway. Jenny up since it's about a 5-mile sail down there, not worth messing with the main today, and we're doing okay. Over 5.5 knots. Under Jenny alone, 15 knots apparent. Beautiful day, except it is a little coolish, but the flies have for the most part left us, thank God. Right, Meech?
Yes.
Yes. What you doing there?
Doing it wrong.
Doing it wrong? Do it right. Fish traps, everywhere fish traps. This is the fourth set we've seen. One right outside of the entrance to Sister Bay. And another one right at the north end of the channel between Sister Shoals and Horseshoe Shoals, I think they're called, or Horse something. No. Yeah, whatever. Horseshoe Reefs. And I hope that this is the last one. There's Horseshoe Island out there. Nicolet Bay beyond. I don't see any more fish traps, but yeah, makes navigation a little tricky for anyone who's never been to the area before, because we're trying to stick to the deeper water, wider channels, and these things are strung out all across them. And Michi is ever practicing the clove hitch.
I'm doing good on this way, but I can't do it on this.
You're so cute. Okay, so I don't know why the sound on this didn't come out, so I'm going to add my own effects here. Here comes the fuel. Burn, burn, burn. Fish is boiling. Boil, 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 boil. Yep, that's fire all right, and it's hot. Okay, it's starting to boil over. Come on over here, boil on over. Yeah, let's lift it up out of there. Yep, oh yeah, that's hot and that's heavy. Yeah, fish looks done. Set her down. Yep. Okay, got it? Yeah, I got it. Okay, lift. All right, folks, dinner's ready. Come on. It is June 6, 2018, about 4:05 in the afternoon. And this is Nicolet Bay below us. We're in Peninsula State Park. The boat is way out there. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's in Nicolet Bay, not very deep in the bay. Horseshoe Island. Boat in the channel coming in. Rode the bicycles down, rented bicycles, and rode them down to Fish Creek today. Had lunch, then rode up to the lighthouse, went through that. And rode our bikes up here, just went for a little hike down below the bluffs. Got back, the bikes are still here. That's good because we've got a long way to go. And Michi says, I've had enough exercise for today.
We've been on the move except for lunch since about 10:30 this morning.
Yes, we have. So we're feeling a little less guilty about the big turkey sandwich and the double cheeseburger I had for lunch, and then a single scoop of custard for Michelle and a double scoop of chocolate for me. is Thursday, June 7th, 2018. It's Horseshoe Island and Peninsula, no, not Peninsula Point. What's the name of that? Peninsula State Park. Anyway, on the peninsula there. Behind us, left Nicolet Bay this morning about 7:30, got the ankle aid. And we're now heading out towards the Strawberry Channel between the Strawberry Islands, some shoals, and Chambers Island, which you can see off in the distance there, on our way to Menominee, Michigan this morning. Should ride there probably by 1 o'clock this afternoon. A northwesterly breeze is blowing this morning. Correction, northeasterly. Giving us a pretty good push. Didn't rig our radar reflector very well. It abraded the halyard and down it came. Dinging up the teak cap rail while we're at it. Yet more stuff to touch up when we get back. It never ends. It's always something. Michi at the helm. Say hey, Michi.
Hey, Michi. Don't you ever get tired of that?
Nope. Fish Creek down there, probably hard to see. Ephraim is directly behind us, also probably impossible to see, especially with the sun. We rented bicycles yesterday at Nicolet Beach. Just took the dinghy right over there and rented a couple of bikes and rode them down to Fish Creek. Decided not to take the boat down there for various reasons, and I'm glad we didn't. Not that we saved much money, because the bikes cost us, I think, about, yeah, didn't we get charged for those actually?
I think it was $24 each.
Yeah, but we didn't have it the whole day.
Yeah, but it was $12 for the first 2 hours and then $3 for each additional hour, and we had them for 6.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so it cost us $50 for bicycles. But we got to go all over the park. And over on Eagle Bluff, there's a trail that goes down below the bluffs there. We hiked that. So we got around quite a bit yesterday, which we wouldn't have been able to do if we were on foot. So, more fishing floats. Right out in Strawberry Channel. There's Chambers Island over there, and little Strawberry Island, Adventure Island, all that. And the shoals start just to the left of us, about 1,500 feet. That far. We had two choices, pinch or tack to go around the north side of it, or getting closer to the shoal. We've got plenty of water here. We're in 25 feet right now. As I say, we're distance from the shallower shoals, but we're aware of the fish traps over by Sheboygan and Two Rivers, but never saw anything about any of these on the DNR website. So all these have caught us by surprise, and again, they're right in navigation channels. I'm surprised they let them do that. All of them near shoals. Restricting in some cases, well, I wouldn't say dramatically, because people who are familiar with the area know that they can get around it. But when you're just looking at a chart and you see a bunch of fishing floats right where you need to go to avoid the shoals, it makes you a little nervous. It makes me a little nervous. And again, I'm the nervous type. Right, Michi?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, just rounded the marker at Hanover Shoal, the southern tip of Hanover Shoal, off Chambers Island, which is right over there. We're now on our heading direct to Menominee. Out on the horizon there is a what appears to be a barge with some heavy equipment on it. Strawberry Channel Islands back there. Fish Creek directly behind us. Little sandy island down there, I think it's Hat Island. Beautiful day, probably the warmest on the water we've had yet. Almost ditched the jacket. Almost. Michi at the helm. Say hey, Michi.
Hey, Michi.
And I'm the deck monkey. I just got done running all over the place after the jibe, or during the jibe, preparing for the jibe, during the jibe, after the jibe. Now working on my reward, some trail mix. That's all monkeys get around here is fruit and nuts.
That's not true.
So Michelle went below to powder her nose and told me I have to steer. We don't have an autopilot on this boat, so somebody's got to man the helm the whole time. Rather monotonous at night. Doing 2.5, 3 hour shifts when we do that. We did that once on this trip. Not doing it again, I hope. Anyway, the ever-present Chambers Island over there, haven't gotten out of the way of that yet. In fact, when we rounded Hanover Shoal and got behind the island, I think there's a wind shadow. Wind direction shifted a little bit, although it's not a very high island. I can't imagine it would influence the direction of the wind, but it definitely fell off a little bit too. So see what happens once we've cleared the influence of the island if we speed back up again. So where we were looking at a noon 15 arrival in Menominee, we're closer to 1:15, 1:30 now. Lazily cruising along at 3 to 3.5 knots. I haven't gotten the chart out. I forget the name of that little island over there, if you can even see it. Beautiful day though. Oh, also of note, today is the first day we've been least afflicted by flies. There are still a few, but they're not covering everything like they have been. We spent quite a while this morning cleaning up the decks again before we left, just so that we're not tracking them all over the place, and felt comfortable sitting in the cockpit. And the hull of the boat is a mess. They absolutely covered the hull and the dinghy the night before last, and then the dinghy rubbed up against the hull and mashed flies all over it, so the whole top sides are all brown. And these flies, I don't know if when they get close to dying or whatever they start pooping, but they've left little fly specks all over the boat too, so got more work to do when we get to Menominee. Hopefully the hatch is over. We've been told by some of the locals that the hatch this year is unusual in both the number of flies and the length. Again, we've encountered 3 different species, at least, that we know of. The most recent ones in abundance have been the best, I guess. But they're also the largest and juiciest. So they make a big mess when you step on them or crush them or whatever. But they're not flying around your nostrils and eyes and stuff all the time like the other ones. So, yeah, there's a little puff. That's a sign of things to come. So how come when you're sailing and you're having fun, you want more wind and you want to get there faster? That's the way it works every time. Gee, we're having a ball sailing. Let's hurry up and get there. Right, Michi?
That's true. Because there's always food and beer at the destination.
Aha! Yes, it always boils down to food and drink, doesn't it?
It does.
Burger or some buffalo wings, barbecue in some cases. Barbecue. Buzzed by a pelican.
Oh, cool. Where's the people on the wall?
You can see it on this thing. I can't see him on that little screen, but